So, Shuriken Master Sarah, she throws shurikens and has been considered one of the best ninjas since this game has come out. And that really has not changed one bit. In fact, I recently just bit the bullet and got her from the collection book, and I wish I had done so sooner. Now, what makes her one of the most incredible heroes in the game? Well, stay tuned, and I'll tell you. So you guys, real quickly, on my list, I put out 2-3 videos a week on whatever game I am playing. Right now that issue is Fortnite because this game is fantastic. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't hesitate to like, or if you want to see more, please subscribe because I would love to see you guys more often. But let's just get into Shuriken Master Sarah. Now, just as Master Grenadier is a master of grenades and focused on that ability, Shuriken Master is a master of shurikens. Who knew? But on the real, Shuriken Master is actually a really awesome hero. So let's talk about it. Now, before we start, a quick note to throw in. These skills are the same as with the Shuriken Master Lamari. Whatever. You guys get the idea. The one with the llama head from the Halloween update. So if you have that hero, congrats. Everything we talk about now is relevant to you as well. So, as is typical with my hero review videos, I'm going to mention her abilities, talk about how to play her, but really it's not her perks and playing her in missions that really makes her the valuable hero she is. It's actually her squad bonus. And so we're going to take a second to talk about how incredible that squad bonus is. Shuriken Master's support squad bonus is that it increases all ability damage by 20%. Now, that's huge. In case you don't realize how substantial that is, let me remind you. This means if you're running a constructor with electrified floors like Megabase, which I did a video on recently, wink wink, that's more damage from the electrified floors. That's more damage from the base shockwave if you're using heavy base. If you're an Outlander, that's increased damage from the Teddy, the shock tower, from the punch, from the ground pound if you're Ragnarok. Like, all of these things increased ability damage. It's crazy. Now, where I find her absolutely astounding is on my favorite hero to play, the soldier Master Grenadier. Now, Master Grenadier was always a hero I absolutely loved, and Shuriken Master just makes her grenades so ridiculously powerful it's almost not fun. Like, it's ridiculous. The grenades, the shockwave, the keep out, they all do increase damage. So anyways, you get the idea. Any character that has abilities that damage, whether it be, Dragon Slash on a ninja, to base on a constructor, that damage is increased by 20%. Now, not every hero is heavily focused on ability damage. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking like Ranger Deadeye or Urban Assault Headhunters. For these heroes, Shuriken Master may not be the very best option, but for heroes that either specialize or lean towards abilities such as, say, Ragnarok, Master Grenadier, Shamrock Reclaimer, just to name a few off the top of my head, Shuriken Master is an absolute necessity. Now, if you guys get Bladestorm Enforcer, he also has this perk as well, which is really cool. So now there are actually 3 heroes in the game. The Shuriken Master, the 2 Shuriken Master heroes, and the Bladestorm all give you this perk, which is amazing. That being said, though, Shuriken Master Sarah was the OG, so we're gonna represent and we're gonna show a little love to the OG. Now, that's it for my praise of her squad bonus, which I think is the primary reason you absolutely need this hero. But going over actually playing her and especially her perks, what we have is initially at level 1, we get Shinobi, which every ninja has. It reduces fall damage, makes you faster. At level 1, we have throwing stars. This is really, this is the Shuriken, man. She's named after it. After that, Mantis Leap, you jump. Then Rapid Fire, you get a reduced cooldown for these throwing stars. Cascade, you end up throwing a second shuriken on that last shuriken that you throw on the third toss, as it says. Smoke Bomb, really fun perk on a ninja. You throw it down, and then it basically does damage to the husks that are within that range, as well as slowing them down. So it's actually a pretty cool perk. Then you get Train Throw, reducing the energy cost yet again. Rain of Death, it increases now the second shuriken you throw to 2. You get Corrosive Stars. So this is really cool because now these shurikens do affliction damage. So if you don't kill the husk, it'll do more damage over time. In this case, 25% of that damage every second for 6 seconds. Now, after that, you got Dragon Slash, which is just kind of that OP ninja ability. Really cool that Shuriken Master also has that. But then at level 25, we now add 2 additional shurikens to the second and third throw, which is really, really great. They fan out a little bit too, kind of giving you this ability. If you're not directly on the target, you can kind of still hit it. And on top of that, it allows you to hit some husks next to it if there's a big crowd. So really, really cool that you end up getting 3 shurikens on those 2nd and 3rd stars. And then level 30, one of the absolute coolest perks is piercing stars. Now this is great because it allows these stars to pierce through the first target. So if you're using this in a group of husks or there's a tunnel that's funneling these husks, this is great because remember, you now have 7 stars total that can each pierce through 3 targets. That's huge. That is a ton of damage that you're able to put out with these shurikens. Now, Shuriken Master was nerfed pretty hard a long time ago, and because she's shuriken focused, that buff to swords that we had a bit ago really didn't help bring her anywhere close to her former glory. But in fact, if you noticed, there are no perks that she has towards swords. Now, it's a bummer because that buff to swords didn't necessarily help her too much, but in some ways it's also nice as well because it means you don't have to play her so aggressively. You don't necessarily need to be a completely sword-based hero. In fact, you can still use your weapons, you can use your shurikens, you can use your dragon slash and that smoke bomb. You can use all those abilities from a little bit of a distance away. You can choose to run in when you want to and then dragon slash out or jump out or whatever. And again though, as I mentioned, when it comes to playing Shuriken Master Sarah, it's really all about throwing the shurikens. In fact, this is your primary offensive ability and really it's not too bad. Now, one thing to be aware of though too, when you're using this in conjunction with skills like Dragon Slash, which takes a huge amount of energy, and Smoke Bomb, which also costs 40 energy, Shuriken Master Sarah is actually one of the few heroes that can actually run out of energy. And it is for this reason that when I am using her, one of the people that I actually like using a lot in the squad bonus is somebody like Assassin, the Lotus Assassin Sarah that I have from the Founders Pack. There's also like the Cloaked Star, which has this caffeine high. These support squad bonuses are bonuses that actually either regenerate energy faster or give you more energy altogether. That being said, because she is ability focused, she would even work fantastic with another Shuriken Master in her support squad. Really, when choosing what support squad bonus you want, it kind of comes up to you and your playstyle. If you just want to do more damage with those abilities, go with another Shuriken Master or the Bladestorm Enforcer, which is in the store right now. If instead though you want a lot more energy, go with somebody like say the Cloaked Star that allows you to get that energy back more quickly. Now, I will say when it comes to the tactical squad bonus, one of my favorites to use is Urban Assault Headhunter. Now, I am not necessarily the best at aiming my shurikens. I kind of just like throwing them out there and watching things die. But if you use Urban Assault Headhunter, she has a Lucky Stars tactical squad bonus, which basically each of these shurikens does more headshot damage. Because you're using shurikens all the time with this hero, this is actually a fantastic tactical squad bonus to use. So to summarize Shuriken Master Sarah, she is a very, very fun hero, very ability focused, which I always love those sorts of heroes, but she also has the added benefit of you can be a slightly less aggressive sword-based ninja because you don't necessarily need to use swords. You got your shurikens, you have your dragon slash, you have your smoke screen. You can play from a distance, you can hop in when you want to, you can hop out when you want to, and you can continue doing damage throughout. So really, really fun hero. Absolutely loved using her. And 100% absolutely would recommend getting her, if not just to play her in missions, definitely get her for that bonus, especially if you don't have Bladestorm at the moment. So that's it for now, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that commentary on Shuriken Master Sarah. But that's it for now. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Later.